An unholy alliance. 14 blood-drenched centuries. The split between the Sunnis and Shias goes all the way back to the earliest years of Islamic history, following a dispute over the question of who should succeed Muhammad after his death in 632. Nearly 14 centuries since the dispute began, Muslims are still killing Muslims by the tens of thousands. And here's how it all began. After Muhammad's death in 632, the central issue was whether leadership should pass through the Prophet's family or be determined by merit and consensus within the broader Muslim community. Sunnis held that the caliph ought to be selected by the community's prominent members based on their leadership reputation. The Sunnis supported Abu Bakr, a close companion of Muhammad as Islam's first caliph, but the Shiites insisted that leadership belonged to Muhammad's family, specifically to his son-in-law, Ali ibn Abi Talib. Predictably, these irreconcilable differences led to an intense power struggle that laid the groundwork for a lasting hatred between the Sunnis and Shias and a history drenched in blood. The Sunni-Shia struggle erupted in warfare at the Battle of Karbala, Iraq, in October 680, when Imam Hussein, grandson of the Prophet Muhammad, who embraced the Shia interpretation of Islam, led a small force of fewer than 100 men. They faced a much larger force led by the Umayyad caliph Yazid I, who embraced the Sunni interpretation, with his army numbering at least 4,000 men. Shia sources claim it was closer to 30,000 men. Imam Hussein delivered a speech to his enemies, demanding safe passage and reminding the forces of Yazid that he was the grandson of Muhammad himself. In turn, Yazid's forces said he would be allowed to leave, but only if he pledged his allegiance to the caliph Yazid. Naturally, Hussein refused, and so the battle began. It was a bloody onslaught of cavalry charges, archery volleys, and sword duels, and when the Battle of Karbala was over, Imam Hussein and most of his companions were dead. Though the terms Sunni and Shia had not been formalized at that time, the battle crystallized the divisions between the two great factions of Islam. One faction was the Shi'at Ali, literally the party of Ali, which supported the descendants of Ali as the rightful rulers of the Islamic world. These became known as the Shias, or Shiites. The other group became the Sunnis, the followers of the Prophet's path, supporters of the Umayyads, and later the Abbasids. Shias and Sunnis share core tenets. They both, for instance, revere the Quran and the 5 pillars of Islam. And yet, despite these shared doctrinal beliefs, Shias and Sunnis are mortal enemies to this day.